Hi everyone, it's Cheryl. I've decided today to share some things with you that I have bought for my crafting purposes while I was away. This has been bought over time, so it's not like something I bought all at once. I got my craft room cleaned today, by no means organized, that just wouldn't be me, but it's cleaned out, so I've got room in here, and it's kind of weird. Instead of having stuff all over the floor, I've actually got it stuffed in places, and I'm going to say stuffed because it's kind of stuffed in places. This will be my second attempt at this video because earlier I was noticing I had a lot of shadow. I still need to get a good light for in here, and so I've got a light on the ceiling and a very bright LED bulb right here in my face, which is kind of uncomfortable, but if it works, it works. So anyway, I'm going to start sharing with you my stuff, and I see it's all piled up here and falling down, so we may have a catastrophe before it's over. Well, one of the things I bought was this stamp set. It's an old Stampin' Up set from 2000, I believe. That's what it says, 2000. And it was the rubber parts, and Rob was nice enough today to make me a bunch of wood blocks to go ahead and mount the stamps on and stuff. So now I can use this, and I'm really happy. I'm really excited because I don't have a lot of flowers and leaves and stuff for stamps, so this will be great. And if you hear any noise in the background, it's Rob is downstairs working in his wood shop / our basement, and he's having fun down there doing that. So if you hear any noise, that's what it is. Alright, so first there's that. Next, am I recording? I don't even know if I'm recording. I hope I'm recording. It's just like, I need to check my camera. So I'm going to pop it down for a minute. Well, the light's on. I must be recording. Sorry about that. Alright, camera, what are you doing now? It's making some funky looks. There we go. It just tried to focus, I guess. Okay. Well, better it's focused than not focused, huh? The last video just turned out way too dark. This lighting is terrible, so I have to get a light. That's my next thing. And then I went to our little, we have a little secondhand store here in town, and I got a bunch of these. Their normal price was 80 cents, so they're pretty old. They're placemats, and I've got this zoomed in so you can't see the whole thing, but you know, it's pretty much the same thing all around the edge. They're a placemat, and they look kind of like a cloth on top, and then they've got a backing that's kind of fuzzy, and you can't separate them like you do a napkin, but they're really neat to use on journals, because once you Mod Podge over them, they get a really, I mean, this stuff, you know, is, what do I want to say, kind of firm stuff. It actually feels like a cloth, so they're really cool to use. And I started a little travel journal using one, so it's really, it hardens up pretty good. So those I thought was a pretty good buy. I think I paid 80 cents for the whole pack. I was at Tuesday morning one day, and they had these little K & Company, I believe they're K & Company. I took them out of the package because I have a box for paper ephemera, and it's getting so big, so full I can't even get the lid shut. But they had these little mushrooms, and I've got a thought running through my head of how I want to make a little like whimsical fairy kind of, you know, that kind of stuff, fairy tale junk journal. And so I thought these little mushrooms would be really cool to go on it. They're 3D, and they're just really, really cute. Got a little bit of sparkle on them. Magic mushrooms. Uh-oh. No. Okay, I need to get out of that mindset. I'm trying to be funny or whatever. And then I picked up this little Singer sewing booklet because I've done one sewing journal, and it was a lot of fun. So I thought, you know, there's these little pages would be cute to put in. And then I was at Walmart, and they're after Halloween sale, and I picked up this. It's 24 bottle labels, and these are really cool. Let me pull out a couple of them. They're really, really, really neat looking. And you get like 2 of each one, so. But you get stuff like this, like there's one with a black hat on it, and then there's this one's Draculager. And this one's Chiller Afterlife. So yeah, they're just really cool. So keep those in mind, like when you're out looking for stuff. Check out the seasonal aisles and really look, because if I hadn't been really looking, I wouldn't have found these. And they were reduced because it was after Halloween. They were originally only $1.52, so I don't think I paid near that much for them. Then at Tuesday morning, Tuesday morning in Sioux Falls moved, and it's just not the same anymore. They don't seem to have the amount of crafting stuff they used to have. And in a way that's good, because I would go in there and spend way more money on stuff that I didn't know what I was going to do with anyway, but kind of disappointed in it now. But these were some K & Company transparencies. I thought they were really pretty. You get 10 of them in a pack. And then here's some other ones that I picked up. And they were only like 99 cents, so I thought that was pretty cool. These are some old, I'm not going to take them all out, but you used to be able to order patterns and stuff through the mail, and these are like from Keplers Weekly, and they've got some kind of neat images on the envelopes, and I mean they're trash. They're not any good anymore. And then inside you'd get like a sewing pattern or an embroidery pattern or something like that. So I thought that'd just be something fun to put in journals also. And I got quite a few of those, and then in there with those are also some of these old McCalls. Fingers are in the way. I believe they're McCalls comograph. They're called comograph transfer patterns for embroidery, and those were really, I thought, pretty neat too. Okay, I'm going to run out of room here, even though I cleared this whole space off. I've got too much junk piled up. One day I was at the local truck stop, and I thought, well, if you're doing travel journals or whatever, I picked up a trucker's log, a trucker's daily log. I thought that might be kind of neat to use. I don't know, journaling spot if nothing else. Then I was there's a little antique mall in Madison, and they have got a ton of stuff. And I happened to get hold of a couple 1950s reading books for kids, and one was the On Cherry Street book. And these are 1950s, but they were still using them when I was in school. So, yeah, I guess we had way outdated books when I was in school. And this is the other one. I can't get anything straight. My camera's kind of leaning for some reason, and everything is... Oh God, it just typifies my life, kind of leaning, kind of, but yeah, so I picked up a couple of these, and like they've got some really, if you're not familiar with the readers that we used when I was a kid. I wasn't in this particular reading group, but these were the books they used, and they got some really cute little images in them, so I've used a little bit out of them, and looking forward to using some more of the little illustrations and stuff because they're really neat. This was a Savers find. Has been coming in wonderful for doing my journals. I have my plastic crappy brayer that I use for, well, when I had a jelly plate, when I made it, it actually turned out, but when I moved, I kind of just threw it out and said, to heck with it. But I found this brayer, and this thing is just like brand new. I mean, it doesn't look like it's really been used at all. I got it for $1.99, so... And when you look at like Hobby Lobby and stuff, the price of brayers, this was an awesome buy. Glad to have that one. This, my brother found one day, I think we were in McCalls, I think. And I thought this would be something fun to do with grandkids. It's cardboard creatures. And you use corrugated cardboard and stuff to make these creatures. And like there's a page with monkeys. They're so cute. And I thought... maybe the grandkids would like to, maybe we could try it. It gives you the little patterns and how to. I think that's Noah's Ark or part of it there. It's just got some really cute stuff. Look at that little hedgehog guy. I'm sorry, I've got the camera zoomed in, so I'm trying to slide the pages around so you can see them. Like I said, I'm going to be running out of room here. There used to be a store called Wise Buys. It was a YMCA thrift store. Loved that store, but they went out of business. I heard it had something to do with embezzling. Darn embezzler. But anyway, I picked up some old sheet music, and this stuff is pretty trashed. It's old, it's seen better days, but some of the graphics on here are really, really awesome on the outside, and then of course you have all the sheet music inside that you can use, so I've got a lot of those. It's just another one. It has a black X on it because they used to have it where books, anything like that, if they had a black X, were 10 for $1. So that's what I paid. I got 10 of them for $1, and I picked up lots of them. So I don't know how much I spent. Probably $3 in all. Probably picked up about 30 of them. But when they had stuff they couldn't sell like this, then they went in 10 for $1. And I'm glad they did. This is, I'm not really sure how much of this I'm going to use, but I might. It's from the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and it was put out in 1978, 1979. It was their, obviously, winter catalog. And what it is it's got the old masters and prints of some of their paintings, and I believe some are taken off woodcuts, etchings, that kind of stuff. So I was thinking, yeah, that might be cool to use. A lot of them are religious themed, and they don't do a lot of religious themed journals, but, you know, it's whatever. I thought they might be usable. I'm stacking them over there now, and a bunch of stuff I have sitting. I'm waiting for it all to come crashing down at me, and I'll just have a good old time. This I picked up, I believe it was also at Wise Buys, and this is a National Farmers Income Tax Record. And this one was kind of cool because it was printed in Mitchell, South Dakota, which is about 45 miles from where I'm at, something like that. And so in it, it's basically a ledger for farmers to use. So there's a lot of journaling space there, and then it also had this plant inventory and depreciation. So obviously plants depreciate. I didn't know that, but I do now. And my world is going to be better for it. I'll have to check all my flowers and see if they depreciate. Yeah, okay, I'm not funny, I know that, but it's me. Just bear with me, okay? It's one of those days I'm happy because I got my craft room cleaned up at least. This is the most awesome thing I have ever found, so I saved it till last. This is Harder's Picture Archives for Collage and Illustrations, and it's over 300 19th century cuts. So I believe these are probably woodcuts. These are awesome, guys. Wait till you see what I got. And it's so odd to find this around here because there's a lot of stuff that's Victorian steampunk, and it's really none of that really catches on around here, so this was an awesome find, and I paid $2.99 for it, and worth every cent. I think I paid $5-6 for this one, but check this out. Okay, this is a little freaky, but, you know, that was the 1800s here. I'm not going to go through the whole book, but check out the steampunk stuff. Is that not cool, or what? And I'll just leaf through, find some of the pages that have stuff on them. And my camera's got this little box up there trying to zero in on the people's faces. There's plants, flowers, machinery. That thing's pretty cool. There's other stuff. There's fish and turtles and reptiles, birds, even. This is kind of gross. It's a bird in the egg. It's kind of yuck. Sorry for sliding that around. I was trying to get a hold of it again. But there's more birds. Like I said, I realize I haven't zoomed in. Animals, kind of freaky animals. I don't know what that one's supposed to be. There's flowers and Egyptian things. And someone looked like an electric chair. That was kind of creepy. There's a brain. But this stuff is just so cool. It's just beautiful, and it's just awesome. And then you got your skull, and yeah. But isn't this cool? This is one cool book. So if any of you are like into steampunk and like Victorian stuff, I would definitely like maybe go on Amazon. I don't even know when this was published. Usually they tell. Dover Pictorial Archives Series is what it says it's from. Dover Publications. There's got to be a date. There's just got to be a date. It's usually a copyright date, if nothing else on here. 1978, so it may be out of print. I don't know, but I would definitely like hit up everything, check it out, and look for it, because it is the book to have if you like steampunk, you like Victorian, you're into kind of creepy, weird. I guess that wasn't the last thing. This stuff. You guys remember this? Probably not anybody who's younger, but the copy paper, or I don't know, it was printer paper that used to go on the old printers that it would read out from the computer, and it had them holes on the side, and they'd catch in those little deals, and it would print out the sheets, and they'd jam up, and you'd have a big black blob all over your page. They sucked, basically. But they have these holes on the side, so they tear off. And there's a recycling place next to where I work, and it's kind of affiliated there because some of our people supported work over there, and sometimes they get stuff in there, and they brought this, they got this whole box. It was almost full of this paper, and they didn't want it. Nobody wanted it, so I said, well, can I have it? And so they were like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And I tell you what, I've got enough paper to use for journals to last me a long time, and these might just be kind of cool to put in the journal too. The little strips on the side, I don't know. I'm not going to save everyone, I guarantee that. Too much junk now. Now, for the last of my finds, this has nothing to do with crafting. It is paper, but it has nothing to do with crafting. It has to do with personal happiness, and that's what my last video was about. What makes me happy, and I'm searching for happiness. And honest to God, I was thinking of this about a week ago, and we were in that little store the other day, that little antique mall, and I was up in the kids' book section, and I found a doodle poodle. Okay, when I was a little kid, I had doodle poodle, and I took doodle poodle everywhere because I had so much fun. You know, it's where you got the metal shavings, and then there would have been a magnet down here, but the magnet's gone, but that's not a big deal. And then you pulled the metal shavings up with the magnet to make the poodle, any one of these guys here, or whatever you want to make. Anyway, my doodle poodle made me so happy, and then I walked in, and there it was right up on top of this shelf of books. I was like, oh yeah, this doodle poodle is mine. I paid $1 for him, worth every cent, and then some just for the memories. So you really do find some things sometimes to make you happy, and this doodle poodle is one. So I have my doodle poodle back. Alright, then I was going to share just a little bit here too. I showed you the other day my little, what I'm calling my happiness journal. And it was going to be just a collage journal, but I decided that it might end up being art journal, collage journal, that kind of stuff together, glue book, kind of all rolled into one, but just things that make me happy. So the other day at work, Valentine's Day, I guess, which was only a couple days ago, it's too bad we didn't think of it before, but it was all cooked up the day before Valentine's. Where I work, a lot of people have problems with age inappropriate. That means, I guess if you're my age, maybe you shouldn't like Mickey Mouse, but you know, a lot of us do. And that, and sort of a lot of people supported, and it's not age appropriate, blah, blah, blah. All right, not cutting my job down, there's just some things I don't agree with, and we all have that. So if I'm in trouble on this video for saying that stuff, well, so I'm in trouble. Oh, Doodle Poodle just took a dive. No. Anyway, okay, I'm over it. So yeah, so we had this age-appropriate deal. So some of us that work back there decided that we would exchange Valentines, and the theme was age-inappropriate Valentines. So, and like I said, since it was just cooked up the day before Valentine's, there wasn't really a lot of opportunity for a lot of people to participate, but 3 of us did do the Valentines, and we had a lot of fun with it, and the people who didn't do it, they got the Valentines, they still smiled anyway, so taking it, everybody liked them. Some of them probably thought we were crazy because I don't think we let everybody in on it, and that was just due to the fact it was kind of done last minute. Hoping maybe next year? I don't know. But anyway, so we did that, so I said this book was all about what made me happy, so I started a page. I realized when I started I don't have near enough Valentine's stuff. But I will share with you what I have so far, so this page is a work in progress. But anyway, here it is, and I'll show you one half at a time. I'll try to show you kind of all of it, but... Okay, so the little bee in the middle, I have this fantastic coworker named Sam. And Sam went all out. Sam bought treat bags, Sam bought treats, I bought cookies, and I forgot them. I was about 6 miles from home, and I remembered I forgot them, but I would have been late, so I didn't go back and get them. So that night I came home and ate one, and now I am glad I did not take them because they were the most awful cookies ever. So I saved my coworkers by not sharing. You can thank me later, guys, if any of you are watching. Anyway, Sam got the treat bag, and this little bee was on it, so I cut him out and put him in the middle. And then this Valentine here, the little minion guy, he was from Sam. And he came with a couple little tattoos, and since I'm not going to wear a minion tattoo, I put them in the book. co-worker named Dee. Dee did she did, looks like little Disney babies. And she's got baby Pluto, baby Tigger, baby Mickey Mouse, and baby Eeyore. And then she got us little Hershey bars, so I saved part of the label of one of them and put them in here. This was just a tag I'd bought. And it was Valentine's, and like I said, I realized I'm very short on Valentine's stuff. And then these are just those little circles that go in the 3-ring binders to keep your paper from tearing. Mine usually get in there after I've already ripped the page, but hey. So I just colored them with Sharpie and stuck them in. On this side of the page, I did Monster High. I love Monster High. In fact, for a while I was collecting Monster High. So, and Zoe, my little granddaughter, loves Monster High, so Zoe can be proud of Grandma. That was my Valentine to people. Then there's just this little Cupid sticker, and these are really crappy stickers, by the way. Then I did an XO, they were cork. Those are tough to get off without ripping them. And then this guy, I have some scrapbook paper that looks like old Valentines, like from when I was little or older than that even. So there I go, dating myself. But I love this little skunk guy. But these were like a collage all over the paper. And this guy, I mean, there's only a couple you can get a whole Valentine off of anyway, in the whole deal. And this was my favorite, this little skunk guy, because he's just so cute. I had to cut him right out of the center of the piece of paper just to get him. But it was worth it. I'll use the rest of it. And then I had a couple strawberries out of a seed catalog I cut out, because strawberries look like hearts to me, so I cut them in a heart shape and stuck them on. But this is a work in progress, so I will be showing you more as I get more happiness and more things going. No, I'm not pasting my doodle poodle in that. But he's like the ultimate in happy for me lately. And then this is just a journal I have started. It's a 50s themed one. I'm not really going to show the inside right now because though I've got it put together, it's a work in progress, and I started it a week or so ago, and like usual I haven't gotten anywhere else with it, but that's what I've got started, that's what I've been doing, that's what I've been buying when I haven't seen you guys. Now I have a mess to pick up. I told you something was going to go flying off, and it did, so I was right. Anyway, I hope you all have a really good day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.